Let's go, Dolphins! The atmosphere within the Miami Dolphins organization is heating up. Jeff Hafley and John Eric Sullivan aren't standing still. They're actively exploring trade scenarios involving Minkah Fitzpatrick as part of a broader strategy to reduce salary cap space, free up salary cap space, and accumulate valuable draft picks. This isn't speculation pulled out of thin air. These discussions are real. And what makes it all the more intriguing is the potential return. Because here's the surprise. The initial belief was that Miami would only receive a 4th or 5th round pick for Minkah. But league reactions suggest the value could be significantly higher. We're talking about a possible 3rd round pick. That changes everything. But before detailing exactly which teams are eyeing the picks and what the Dolphins could realistically receive in return, I need your attention. If you're a true Miami Dolphins fan, and I mean someone who's lived through the glory days and the disappointments, be sure to like this post right now. Only do this if you bleed blue and orange. And I want to see the comments section flooded with, "Go Dolphins! Fins up! Let's see who's really committed to this team in 2026. Let's go!" The Philadelphia Eagles are one of the top teams mentioned. They have Super Bowl aspirations, but their safety room lacks proven stability. Adding Minkah would solidify the back end of that defense. The proposed return? A 2026 3rd-round pick. Dolphins fans, think about that for a second. A full round higher than originally projected. Miami already holds a 3rd-rounder from Philly, pick 87 acquired in the Jalen Phillips trade, and adding another could give this front office serious flexibility in the top 100 selections. For a regime trying to inject young, culture-fitting talent into the roster, that's massive. Then you look at the Cincinnati Bengals. Their safety room is thin, and their defense has held them back from postseason success in recent years. The trade idea here includes a 3rd-round pick this year, but Miami would have to send back a 2027 5th-rounder. That's where it gets tricky. Yes, you're getting a higher pick in the immediate draft, but you're also sacrificing future capital. Is that the right move for a team that's clearly pivoting toward a long-term roster reset? Now let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys. And honestly, this one feels very realistic. Jerry Jones has never been shy about making splashy moves. The Cowboys' secondary struggled badly last season, and their defense as a whole was among the worst in the NFL. The proposed trade? Miami gets a 5th-round pick this year and a 2027 3rd-round pick. If that offer is real, that's a no-brainer. You secure valuable day 2 capital in the future and add depth this year. For a 30-year-old safety needing a new contract, that would be a home run for John Eric Sullivan. The Chicago Bears also enter the conversation. They have virtually no safeties under contract, with multiple free agents leaving that room empty. Their proposal mirrors Cincinnati's structure but involves Miami sending a 2027 6th-rounder instead of a 5th to get a 3rd this year and a 7th in 2027. Not the worst deal, but maybe not as strong as Philly or Dallas. And then there's the Jacksonville Jaguars, who quietly need help in their secondary despite overachieving in 2025. Their offer structure is similar to Chicago's, swapping late-round picks while giving Miami a 3rd-rounder this year. Here's the key takeaway. In all 5 proposed trade ideas, Miami nets a 3rd-round pick. That consistency matters. Even if these are projections, the fact that multiple scenarios project day 2 value suggests the league still sees Minkah Fitzpatrick as a premium asset. But now let's address the elephant in the room. If Miami trades Minkah, what does the safety room look like? Dante Trader Jr. would be the only standard guaranteed safety under contract, with Omar Brown and Jordan Colbert currently on futures deals. That tells you one thing clearly. If a trade happens, this team is drafting a safety, possibly early. The 2026 draft class has intriguing names across multiple rounds, and with the NFL Combine approaching, those formal meetings will be telling. This is where the debate explodes among the fan base. Some fans are loving the aggressive, forward-thinking approach of John Eric Sullivan. Others still miss Chris Dreer and wonder if this move signals too much change too fast. Shedding salary, accumulating draft capital, reshaping the culture, it all sounds strategic. But are you comfortable moving a Pro Bowl caliber safety in the process? And this is where the pressure really starts to build. Because if Miami does move Minkah Fitzpatrick, this isn't just about one player leaving. This is about signaling a clear philosophical shift under Jeff Hafley and John Eric Sullivan. This would confirm that the Dolphins are fully committed to reshaping the roster with younger, cheaper talent that fits their long-term vision. You have to look at the timing of all this. The NFL Combine is right around the corner. All 32 general managers and head coaches will be in Indianapolis, in the same building, having conversations face-to-face. If there is serious interest in Minkah, that's where something could accelerate quickly, especially for a team that wants to secure him before free agency begins on March 9th. Deals get frameworked in hallways. Agents start talking. Value gets solidified. And if one team blinks first with a legitimate 3rd-round offer, Miami may not hesitate. But here's the part that should really grab your attention. If the Dolphins are able to secure an additional 3rd-round pick, whether in 2026 or 2027 depending on the partner, that would significantly strengthen their position inside the top 100 selections. For a front office that wants to inject youth and depth across multiple position groups, that is premium territory. Those are the picks where you find starting caliber players on rookie contracts. That's how sustainable contenders are built. And remember, the expectation originally was a 4th or 5th round return. If Sullivan flips that into a day 2 selection, that is elite asset management, especially considering Minkah is 30 and would likely want long-term security in his next deal. You're essentially maximizing value at the perfect time. Now let's talk about the emotional side of this, because fans don't just watch spreadsheets, they watch players. Minkah was phenomenal in 2025. He thrived in multiple roles. Nickel, deep safety, interchangeable responsibilities in Anthony Weaver's system. He brought leadership. He brought versatility. He brought stability. Those things are not easily replaced, especially when your current safety depth chart would be led by Dante Trader Jr., with Omar Brown and Jordan Colbert only on futures contracts. That's thin. Very thin. So if this trade happens, it almost guarantees that safety becomes a high priority draft position. The 2026 class offers intriguing options across multiple rounds. Whether it's a first-round talent like Caleb DS if he somehow falls, or targeting value in rounds 2 or 3, the Dolphins would have to act decisively. And if they've already identified their guy, this trade becomes even more logical. You don't move a Pro Bowl player without a plan. The bigger picture here is identity. Are the Dolphins trying to reload or fully recalibrate? Because this feels like recalibration. Accumulating picks, resetting cap flexibility, building through the draft. It's a calculated gamble. If the Philadelphia Eagles offer that clean third-rounder in 2026, that's strong value. If the Dallas Cowboys are serious about the package involving a 2027 third and a fifth this year, that might be even better long-term positioning. The Bengals and Bears structures are workable but come with draft pick swaps that complicate things. Jacksonville is intriguing but not overwhelming. What stands out is that in every credible scenario being discussed, Miami is not settling for scraps. That tells you something about lead perception. Minkah still commands respect. His tape backs it up. So here's the real debate we need to have as Dolphins fans. Is this the right moment to capitalize on his value? Or is 2026 too important to remove a proven veteran from a defense that still has playoff expectations? Because make no mistake, the dream of reaching the Super Bowl is still alive. But building a championship roster sometimes requires uncomfortable decisions. You don't rebuild culture by clinging to the past. You do it by making bold, strategic moves at the right time. And here's where the tension really builds, Dolphins fans, because this isn't just about moving a veteran player, it's about timing, leverage, and vision. The NFL combined is right around the corner, and that is not a coincidence. All 32 general managers and head coaches will be in Indianapolis, in the same place, having direct conversations. If there's real traction behind a Minkah Fitzpatrick deal, that's where frameworks get finalized. That's where aggressive teams step forward. And if one franchise truly believes adding Minkah puts them over the top before free agency begins on March 9th, they may not hesitate. Now think about this strategically. Miami is clearly exploring ways to shed salary and reshape the roster with younger pieces. If you can convert a 30-year-old safety who will likely seek long-term security into a third-round pick, possibly even multiple valuable selections depending on structure, that is forward-thinking roster management. That's how modern contenders stay competitive while staying financially flexible. But here's the emotional curveball. Minkah wasn't just solid last season, he was phenomenal, versatile, reliable, productive. In Anthony Weaver's system, he did everything asked of him and more. You're not trading a declining asset, you're trading a player who still commands respect across the league. And that's exactly why this decision is so polarizing. If Miami secures a third-round pick, especially in a draft where they could stack multiple selections in the top 1,